I got to.
Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. You're right here on the Golf Talk Radio Network. We've got in the studio with us Mr. Dave Schmandel from Slick Sticks, slicksticks.com, 805-598-9993, and Mr. Jim DeLobby, PGA professional. Is it jimdelobby.com? Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. He's got 7 of them, man.
I know, that's what I'm trying to...
There's JamesDeLobby.org. There's Jim DeLobby.
Email.
That's
Only emails.
I typed Jim in, and I got 7 emails. I don't know which one to send. I send them all. Which one do you usually use?
DeLobby at charter.net.
Just DeLobby at Charter.
That's the big one, yeah. That's the good one.
I don't even know if I have
it doesn't
that
even
one.
matter.
That's new.
You got a new one.
I don't have to add
.net even. Yeah, I don't have that one yet. So could you email me that one, Jim? I'll throw it on.
I don't have that one either.
Okay, no wonder I have no room in my computer left, man.
Now I know why you don't respond.
Hey, that's the way.
No wonder you don't ever respond to emails.
That's the way I can get up on my
I never
signature.
knew you had a DeLobby. Yeah, I added one.
Or emails. All my emails on there.
Yeah, you put all your addresses. You'll take over.
Take over.
You started that old signature page battle.
I know.
You
I
guys,
backed off
you guys
on
have a good one going.
He
I
started
backed off.
So, yeah, he had Hall Monitor 1976. I mean, he had everything he's ever
For
done.
email signatures?
Yeah, it's funny. He had all his accolades. So I started throwing
And
some
he
on.
noticed it. I
noticed it. Well, it's because it was 2 pages.
No one's ever noticed
it. Had to go to the next page
Yeah.
to finish his signature page.
Oh, I remember the first time I noticed it, I actually was scrolling down an email you wrote, and the signature actually carried into the next
That's what I'm saying.
frame.
That
laptop.
happened to me. I had to go to the next page just to see his signature page. So I cracking up. So I called him and talked to him because I just had the 2 things which most people do. So I started firing on one, and he'd come on back, and so we played ping pong with signature pages.
Nice.
So I've left mine as it is, and I think I got 6 of them up there.
That's
But it all
awesome.
started because of you, Jim. So, but because he's got a lot of accolades, man. The dude's got superstar.
He does.
He has cut down on his voicemail message, though.
Is this Jim? Call me. Is that what he does now?
Compared to what it was.
Yeah, it used to be.
It
Pretty
used
good.
to be.
Leave me alone.
Okay, I'll be right back. I will go have lunch, and I'll listen to the end of this.
This is James DeLobby. Please answer the 17 following questions. Maybe that's Harry that's got the news.
Oh, my gosh.
So lots happened in the world of golf. What's going on, guys? You guys want to talk about anything? I do have a trivia question I think might stump Dave. I might not, because Dave knows a lot. But it surprised me. Can I fire one out, you guys? Just to see if you got
please
it?
do.
So this record is for the most wins on the PGA Tour by a golfer from the age 30 to 39.
Ooh.
So those ages between 30 and 39, who has the most wins?
Wow.
In that time frame of age?
39. Ooh.
What do you guys got?
Say it again.
For the most PGA Tour wins by a player between the age of 30 to 39. So in that 10 years that he was in his 30s, who won the most times? So it's it just popped up. I was looking.
Is it somebody we would anticipate that we think that?
Well, I think you're going to get some names. It has the top 6 on the list.
Can we
That's why, Dave. That's why I was trying to grab the paper because I thought you were looking.
I didn't see that.
So,
I'm thinking maybe
I wanted to
30
protect
to
that.
39.
I'm in the top 6. I'll bet you Mickelson's in there.
Well, he's 40,
He's 42 now.
47.
47.
He is not on that list.
He's not in the top 6.
Not even that.
Okay. Saracen.
Saracen is not on that list.
Wow.
It's 44 wins, by the way, in that period of time.
Well, you mean it's anybody, not
Tommy
right
Watson.
now, right?
No, what player in history, when he was in their 30s, won the most times
I
in the
see
tour?
why you said that now, Dave. Sorry.
Tommy Watson.
Watson's not on the list.
Golly.
Tiger's last on the list of 7 at 33 wins.
Oh.
I can't even believe he's
Arnie.
that much.
Arnie's 44 wins during that period of time. Hogan, 43 wins. Arnold Palmer's correct answer. Nicklaus had 38 in his 30s. Sam Snead had 37 in his 30s. Nelson had 35. Casper 34, and Tiger 33.
Yeah,
I was totally surprised. Palmer rocked it in his 30s.
Well,
I would have
he
said.
started late, and
That proves
then
the
he was
theory,
winning 7 tournaments.
And I'm surprised
a year every year.
Mickelson's won 40-something times on tour, like 47 times, right? So I'm surprised he's not on that
thought
list.
he'd be on
What
the list.
was
I
you
didn't
saying,
think
Jim?
he'd be-
It proves that theory they had, or they did a chart on when people are winning and it's in their 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 32.
Yeah, look
or
out for the
something.
new
32.
number one then, who's all of 25 or whatever.
Oh, that's what I was
Justin
thinking.
Thomas
I was
is-
just thinking the same thing.
You know, look out for those guys when they get in their 30s. If that's
That's crazy.
Justin's won 7 times in the last 12 months or something. I mean, the guy's a stud.
Did you see the Did you see the article? I brought it in. The article on Justin Thomas and his dad, and how his dad actually would just play golf with him.
Yeah.
That's how he coached him.
Yep.
And then he would just
Let
kind
him-
of seamlessly throw a thing in there while they were playing, and they were talking about how unorthodox it is compared to what we all see, unfortunately,
Camps.
to
Yeah.
the camps and the parents just driving the slave driving the kid, and
Not from what I see now these
know.
days, because he made it fun for Justin all the time. It was
Yeah.
always games. Does that
Right.
sound familiar?
That's yeah, exactly. Well, but I'm talking about
That's what
like
this
when you
first
see
tee's
the
all about.
tours and the different things like that that come through. You've got all those parents that are just throwing everything they got at their kid
Oh, it's sad.
to make it happen. That because they think that's what's going to do it.
Was Thomas?
Well, they're living through the parents living. They want their glory through their kid. That you seen that game that shows. What is that? Oh my God!
I watched
Short
that
Game or
one
whatever it's
time.
called.
Oh, that was the saddest
seen it,
thing
Jim?
I ever saw.
The TV show called Short Game. Don't.
Don't.
It'll make you. It'll just. Have you seen it?
No,
It's follow these kids that made it to the
Junior
to
tournaments.
the U.S. U.S. kids
seen
in
pieces of
Pinehurst, and it shows the parents and the relationships and and oh my God,
Hit a shot, and they go, "How can you hit a
How do you-
shot like
yeah.
that?" Oh my!
how do you miss that? Yelling at the kids. Oh my God, kids are
I
crying.
tried.
I'm doing my best. The little girl who won was
oh
the
my
happiest little
gosh,
kid.
this is the gal that we actually interviewed on our show.
Yeah, her and her dad, Tank.
yeah,
She was Zigwig or something like
yeah.
that.
Here,
But, Avery's regressing, and she should be winning by 3 or 4 shots, and we're letting May hang around in this tournament.
You should see
Deep
that
breath,
dad.
knees flexed.
He was on that show.
9 o'clock.
It was.
this is it right here.
But you should see that. That's one of the nicer dads, and he's brutal.
Awesome.
Like I said, I only saw it once, but wow, couldn't believe it.
It's going to work out.
Yeah, and
Avery, you need to slam the door.
the little boys.
on one of these holes.
The little boys
Let's do
crying.
it right here.
Listen to this.
No, she
It's
does a
good
putt,
radio.
Well,
Yeah,
no, but I'm just saying.
you got to take time
You got
to
this.
watch it and watch
All
the
day
other
long.
ones.
This is drive, chip, and putt right here. This is 6 feet.
So here's Avery's bad
Swing
putt.
out. Don't cut across it. There you go.
The kid's trying to putt during a tournament.
Come on, Avery.
Nothing like
You
a
got
great
this.
thought. Don't cut across it.
Let's get your alignment. Back foot back.
Get your alignment.
Yeah, back foot back.
I
Spy!
was
Trust
just
it.
going
Come
to
on,
say
you got
that.
Is this
She
a
missed.
commercial?
No.
I don't know what you're doing.
Relax.
What are you
Come
doing?
on!
Right? Where is that right by the hole?
Where's that right?
Anyway,
It's too hard.
That's not. That's
well, you
got
got to
to
watch that whole show. It's a series.
I can't watch
You
that.
can't. But what's cool about
That's
Justin
terrible.
Thomas
the kid's
is
crying.
that's nothing.
That has to be because the TV
Some of
show
those
made
kids were
him do that.
waterboarded.
Don't you think the TV show made him do
Actually,
that?
the
No.
TV show came in because they were doing that.
Yeah, they don't. They followed 5 or 6 kids around with their kids that made it to Pinehurst, and the little girl who ended up winning in that age group was the happiest little kid. She's chasing butterflies and skipping and playing games during off time, and the parent and dad's just letting her be this happy little girl, and the other dads are and they're just killing their little kid. What are you doing? Ah!
Don't cut across it.
So it's kids are crying. Me don't want to cry. So it's like but anyways, Justin Thomas's dad, who was a PGA pro, all he did was play games and make it fun and make him just enjoy
That's
himself.
exactly what they said in here.
And obviously it worked. I'm sure both methods work, but most kids, I bet you some of these kids will quit.
Well, you know what was really cool about the story?
I know she
with
will.
Justin, yeah, well, I'm sure they will. But with Justin Thomas's dad, he had a chance because he's at a country club, like you said, as a PGA pro, and that country club embraced Justin Thomas playing, like the members. He had a chance to move up to a bigger club, more money, more opportunities, and he turned it down because he knew if he went there that Justin Thomas wasn't going to be able to play. Like they were just going to say, hey, no, that's not going to work.
One of the biggest reasons I never really worked for private clubs.
Yeah.
They don't embrace you like that.
I mean, you talk about some foresight on looking ahead.
Good for him.
I mean, that is so
Yeah.
commendable. That's unbelievable, man. It's such a great story.
It's funny, going out, or ironic maybe, but going out to these trainings, I've trained coaches to become first tee coaches, and the first tee has its own strategies and coach philosophies, but one of them is activity based, letting the kids play games and let the games do the teaching. And a lot of coaches want to talk to the little kids more and tell them more because they're little and just learning, and little kids need to hear less. Then the older kids can kind of comprehend conversation and at least comprehend theories and things, but little kids just want to play. Yeah. But the coaches get quieter as the kids get older. The coaches were starting to train, and they're talking like crazy to little ones because they want to share all the things they know, and you need to know all this stuff right now. Yeah. And it's the opposite. Should you let the little kids just design a game, make it intriguing and make it curious. Yeah. The game should teach. There should be a system behind the game. There should be an objective. If it's a distance control game or a target awareness game or balance, whatever, there should be some kind of a game. The game
avoid the object game,
but try not to use the big razor.
Avoid the giant screw sticking out of the wall.
But studies are showing that. I mean, now but most golfers don't grow up to be competitive golfers like this. These parents are hoping these kids are 7 and 8 years old at these times. Some of these little bitty kids, and they're just like, "Are you kidding me, man?"
That's with adults too, though. There's too much teaching.
Oh, way too much. And so
I heard Butch Harmon one time say one of the greatest things you can do out of a lesson T is be quiet. So you don't have to say something.
We have a
shot.
drill at level 2 training where the coaches have to go work with a fellow coach and have to coach them something without speaking, or without saying the word I or me. Like, here's what I want you to do. I want you to do this. I want you to get your hands here. I want you to do that. All PGA pros do that, including us. When I used to teach a lot. I was like, here's what I want you to do. I'm barfing out all I learned in the entire teaching manual. Here's everything. So, but Jimmy teaching all the time. But the cool thing about Jim's style teaching that I know of, he's a gadget guy. But most of the gadgets are designed for instant feedback. So if you have a gadget that the player hits a shot and they get instant feedback, they can start to apply from that. Right. If your feedback from being told something is not feedback. That's just being told something.
Right.
Right. So your gadgets, aren't they designed for feedback? Most of them?
Feedback. Gotta have feedback. They could do it on their own.
Yeah.
How many gadgets do you have?
They could do it on their own.
Do you know how many you have?
Dave, you took count of it the other day.
Did
how many
you?
do I have?
Hundreds.
I don't want to count it. I don't want to count it.
You don't? You don't do a
monthly. Know they're there.
You don't do a monthly inventory?
Not anymore.
You know, in the old days when
Harry
the circus would come into town and everybody cheering, there's a lion.
Harry does his inventory now.
That's the lobby's cart.
I know. I love his cart.
It's got a satellite dish on it. Jingles and
just in case.
There's umbrellas and.
Oh, it's great.
That's what I was taught.
Who's the teacher at Quail Lodge that taught Steve Elkington?
Schumacher?
Was it him?
Schumacher was at Quail Lodge.
There's a guy at Quail Lodge,
but he doesn't use gadgets.
No, but he has a cart full of gadgets. The last time I was there at Quail Lodge, this is probably like 7-8 years ago.
He had buckets and all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, he was out there last time I was at Quail Lodge. He was out there with his cart, and he had all the same kind of gadgets and stuff.
And it's true, and I think,
really cool.
And I can't speak for Jim, but I think I personally tell students I can't teach you anything. I can guide you to discovery. Yeah. So my knowledge of the golf swing and the golf game, I can choose a path to communicate and guide them to a discovery that they're hoping, because they won't own it until they do it. You can't own anything until you do it.
Right. I had a guy.
That's your gadgets, and your brain is like, Jim's been a gadget guy ever since I've known it, and he thinks gadgets, and he's got his formulas. He's a scientist.
Right.
The laboratory.
Yes.
Right.
I like it.
But it's very cool, and it's a neat method because there are a lot of people who learn that way. I mean, so you good people who learn that way. That's the guy. Right. The people who learn with feel and something with less I could be that guy. Right. So, and Dave, I think Dave's a feel type teacher too. Yeah. I don't know, but
you were going to say, Dave,
Well, I just going to say I had a guy just recently. In fact, yesterday I finally said no more lessons. You got to go out and start discovering this on your own, because he had 6 lessons in 9 days.
Wow!
I kept saying, first of all, you're going to get burnt out. Then you're going to have so much going on.
Well, there's no development.
Exactly.
No application.
And he wanted another one. Tomorrow? And I said, why don't we just take a couple,
Good for
3
you.
weeks off? And I said, my bank account appreciates it, but you're not getting anything out of it.
Yeah, right.
So
wow,
you're exactly right. You can't learn the game by listening. You got to learn by doing.
Right? Is it Mike Smith? Was it Michael? Who's Mike? Was it Mike Smith, a big coach, one of the famous teachers?
Rick Smith.
Maybe it's Rick Smith. Was that
Rick Smith.
Phil's coach for a while?
Yeah, we had Rick on the show a couple times.
He said that he thought back that he wished he could give all the money back he took from lessons for the first 10, 15 years he taught.
Well, I won't say that.
He would love to give if he could. Well, you can't, but he did because he learned the different. He was just doing what we all think we should be doing.
Yeah,
or not all, but people think they should be doing, and that's just throwing out input. And he realized that's not the way that most people, and everybody's different. We all have different. There's major topics on different swing, coaches and theories. But I'm learning less is more, and it's kind of cool teaching these coaches less and more. Like the quiet teaching station where you have to. We gave the players up there ready. We said we're going to send you up, and you're going to try to have him hit one left, hit one right, and hit one down the middle without saying a word. And the whole range is quiet, and everybody's doing exactly. And I said, let's listen to that beautiful sound. And they got everything done. Then we told them to go be the X factor where you say everything. Go with the grip, then the posture and stance, get your feet, all right, get your balance, got to get your weight center, spine, get your head still, keep your arms straight. And so we had to go give them everything you've ever heard. And then when they hit a shot, tell them, no, that's not right. So
I told you, don't cut across it.
And we had one drill that the players said their job was to tell the coach when you walked up that, hey, I found something, I'm loving this new thing, I want you to see it. And then hit the shot. And then the coach was supposed to say, no, that's wrong. Let's see what happens in that.
Oh my gosh!
So we're doing a lot of role playing to give them extremes of how people listen. And Coach, I got this new thing. I'm so excited, and I hit it. And the coach says, "No, that's not right." And he just crushed the little kid. So, and then only ask open-ended questions. Teach something without everything's open-ended question. No statement, but it has to be open-ended question.
Did you say you had the player go up to the coach and tell him it was wrong? The advice coming in? That would be a good one.
We did all of those things. But we also, the coach would come up and before he even asks what you're working on, start telling him something. His kids hitting ball, you don't even know what they're working on yet.
Yeah.
So all right, let's start working on this and that. Because they're like, wait a minute, you don't even know. If you don't know what the person's working on, how do you even start a conversation, right? So it was kind of interesting, and some coaches have trouble just asking open-ended questions. And
I had a friend of mine up in NorCal. He said he felt every instructor he ever saw is teaching nothing but his own fears.
Yeah. Don't cut across it.
That's a good one.
Wow, that's interesting. That's deep.
What do you see in the golf game? What are you looking out for? And then they teach you.
For the record, it might not have been Rick Smith, so I don't want to quote somebody I don't know. I just remember hearing it was one of those teachers said they'd be willing to give.
It sounds like something he would say.
That it brings up a story. Schumacher, Fred Schumacher, in the third level, I think, of First Tee.
Can we bring that back on the?
Yeah, next time. It's a good story.
No, let's bring it up when we come back. We're going to take our break and come back.
Yeah,
that would be good.
That's what Schumacher would have done.
Yeah.
Well, he agrees.
Is that okay for you?
Yeah. Are you good with that?
I'm very good with that.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Sure.
Was he giving away something again this week?
What would it be like? What would it be like if we went to take a break right now?
I think it would be an excellent idea.
So, do you think that would be nice that we should go to break?
I do.
All right, let's do that.
Thank you, guys.
What do you think, Billy?
I think it's a good idea that we take a break.
How do you feel
how does
about
that feel? Yeah,
This feels awesome.
I want to take lessons.
Don't
from
forget
you.
Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy, brought to you by Sundale Country
Press the
Club.
button!
SundaleCountryClub.com. Call them at 661-831-5224 or SundaleCountryClub.com. We'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy right here on the Golf Talk Radio Network.